Hey friend, welcome back to the channel. This is my weekly check-in from someone who's trying to lose over 300 pounds and live life on purpose, one step at a time. If you're new here, I'm on a journey to lose over 300 pounds, heal my body, mind, and support my wife Elise through her cancer treatment. This week was full of highs and lows, and I just want to share it with you. I just want to get this off my chest. So let's start with the weigh-in. Unfortunately, I am up 2.5 pounds from last week, weighing in at 510.4 pounds. Obviously not the direction I wanted to go, especially after setting the goal to be under 500 pounds by the end of September. It's going to make it a little bit harder to achieve that. It's not impossible, it's not out of reach, but it's definitely going to be tougher. My step count, I only hit my step goal 4 out of 7 days this last week. It's just been real chaotic at the hospital. Elise has radiation treatment every day in the week, and so those appointments can range anywhere from a quick 30-minute appointment to we're there for 8 hours. It's hit or miss on some of these appointments this week. And it's hard to get your steps in when you're basically moving from doctor's office to doctor's office and you just sit there and wait. And we talk to the doctors and it's hard to get your step goals in. No excuses. I definitely can get my step goals in. There's time before and after these appointments to get it in. I just didn't for 3 days. And that's probably one of the contributing factors to not losing weight this last week. But you know what? I'm not giving up. I'm definitely frustrated today about the weight going up, but this journey is not going to be linear. It's not a one-way ticket down to my goal weight. My nutrition this last week hasn't been perfect either. We cooked a few more meals at home than we did week 1, but I am nowhere near what I was doing before we had to go down to Phoenix. I went my calories one time, but it was a really heavy carb day. I've had a lot of heavy carb days the last couple days this week, and that could also be contributing to why I was up 2.5 pounds. But I feel like that's just, I'm making excuses if I'm trying to find why I did it. I only went over calories one day, but I got to be better about that. So something cool that my therapist taught me, it's a tool to help kind of protect my energy, especially when I'm feeling overwhelmed. What you do is you basically put on a suit of armor. For me, I put on baseball gear because if any of you guys know me, I'm a huge baseball fan. I literally have my Barry Bonds card here, and then I have a few different cards from my GOAT, my little brother, Tarek. You could say I'm a fan. And I put on my baseball gear, my helmet, my glove, my Barry Bonds elbow protector, the shin guards. I see myself putting those on, and it just kind of covers me with this almost Iron Man nanotech like suit that I envision in my head that I'm putting these things on, and it helps protect me and my energy so that I don't have to absorb a lot of the emotions that are happening throughout the day. There's a lot of things going on at the hospital. Some people are having great days. Some people are having the worst days of their life. And I'm a very attuned person to that. And so I end up feeling overwhelmed, or things kind of get to me a little bit more than what I would like them to. So I put on my suit, and this may sound silly, but I'm telling you it works. And I actually bought a pair of actual physical baseball gloves to put on when I'm really feeling overwhelmed. So I have like a literal physical reminder that I'm protecting myself and I don't need to absorb that energy and those emotions around me. Now, something that my therapist recommended was this. It's a smudging spray, and it just smells like sage. I don't know if you've ever sage smudged your house or your room or anything like that to kind of clear out bad entities and bad vibes, but this just smells like sage. And after I suit up, I'll spray it on me as a reminder that I'm protecting myself from those negative vibes, if you will. And I know that it sounds super, super silly. I totally get it, but I'm telling you right now, this has probably been one of the biggest game changers in the last 2 weeks for me. Just being able to have that backup and have the proof that I need that I'm doing what I'm supposed to protect myself. I feel like even though I did have the weight gain today, overall, I feel like my mental health has been in a better place this last week. I got some better sleep. My energy was up. I feel more grounded, especially, with the suiting up and things like that, even in all of this chaos and this mess. All right, so like I said, we're going into week 3 of Elise's 5 weeks of radiation. So we've gone through 2 weeks of daily radiation treatments, and I can tell you right now, Mondays are by far the hardest. We travel from Kingman to Phoenix, and it's just emotionally draining. She's hurting, and I just get to hold her through it. I just get to kind of be the one that picks up all the falling pieces, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. I absolutely would not trade that for the world. Taking care of her is my greatest purpose. And even though I wouldn't trade it, it's still real hard. It's really hard to watch somebody that you love struggle with, feeling like she's the reason why this is happening. Thankfully, due to the radiation, one of her tumors is shrinking, which is good. This last week, her red blood cell count was actually really low to the point where it's dangerous. So they ended up sending us to their emergency room, their ETC, to get a transfusion, where we were there for 6 hours. And, that was really long. She got 2 bags of blood, and it was hard to have to sit there and just watch her get an infusion. I guess it's technically a transfusion. Thankfully for my work, I am super, super lucky that I get to work remotely, but I do feel like I'm, constantly falling behind, that I'm not doing my job. And I know that I have a really good team supporting me at the office, but I feel like I need to be there, if that makes any sense. The pressure is real, but so is the purpose. A win this week. Let's get some positive vibes going in this week. I started training for my 5K, and I actually did the full first week of training, and I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. I'm really surprised by what my body is capable of, and I feel like I'm capable of more than I've been giving myself credit for. Being able to go out and do a walk run for basically 2 miles 3 times a week so far I've been pretty impressed with myself. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think that was gonna happen. My feet though, okay, I went and got some Hoka Bondi, and those are incredible. They are the only thing keeping me going. If I was doing these in my normal shoes lately, I'm pretty sure my feet would have fallen off at this point. But man, they are still kind of sore. That's a lot of weight going up and down, 510 pounds every time I jog or anything like that. It's just a lot to carry. But even though my routine feels off right now, I'm still finding ways to show up for myself. And I'm learning that it's about getting in where you fit in. It's all changing. Every day is something different. There's appointments are different times every day. Some days there's could be just one appointment. Some days there's multiple. And I just have to work out when I can and get my steps in when I can. And I think something that I really needed this week as a win was attributed to my little brother Trey. We met up, had dinner, and we played video games that night, and it was honestly just really nice to be able to decompress and unplug my brain. And we played Helldivers 2 together, and I just had a lot of fun. And I just thank you, Trey. I love you, bro. All right, so this week, what am I doing different to get out of the rut, right? I am going to order my groceries for pickup tomorrow. So after Elise's appointments, all I have to do is I'm just going to roll up to the grocery store and be like, throw it in the back, and I'll get home, right? I'll get to the house and I'll be able to unload all the groceries. Sometimes having the energy to do the grocery shopping after, I just don't have it. I just don't have it in me. Mondays are already hard. So I'm going to order my groceries ahead of time so I can just throw it in the car and get going. I can't keep leaving my food choices up to chance every day. So much fast food has hidden calories and things that I can't attribute to. And the goal for me is getting back to the basics, going back to the meals that I know that work for me. My pound of turkey or chicken and some veggies. And I know that it'll help me hit my macros and hit my goals. And that will ultimately keep me more balanced, both physically and mentally. I think my mantra for this week is just don't let perfection be the enemy of progress. I'm choosing to show up even when it's messy, even when it's hard, even when it's imperfect, and I'm not doing everything I need to do. I'm not back where I started. I didn't go back up to above 550 pounds. My scale was still able to hold me today, even though it hurt my feelings a little bit. But I am training for that 5K. I'm supporting my wife through everything that she's got going on, and I'm taking care of myself so I can take care of others. I'm not quitting, and ultimately, that's the win. Not quitting is the win. All right. If you're feeling stuck, I see you. I hear you. It's okay. The path isn't straight. This is not a linear journey from starting highest weight to goal weight. And, it didn't take me 3 days to get here. It didn't take you 3 days to get where you're going. It's not going to take 3 days to get back to where we want to be, right? It's going to take some work. Be patient. Keep showing up, and I promise you it'll be worth it. If you've enjoyed this video so far, please leave a like, comment, tell me what you're going to work on this week. Subscribe if you want to keep following the journey and supporting me. And just know that I appreciate you, and I know that you can do great things just like I can. So let's do this together on purpose, with purpose. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.